மடமையே ராண நிறமே உரிய லோ.
The Tirupporur Murugan temple, located on Old Mahabalipuram Road, has a 5-tiered gopuram rising to a height of 70 feet. The temple is approached through a pillared hall, and the temple tank is located on the outside. The sanctum houses the image of Murugan in the form of Kandaswamy in a standing posture. There are separate shrines for his consorts, Valli and Devayani. The temple is believed to have been built by the Pallavas in the 10th century, and according to the Sthala Puranam, it was rebuilt by Chidambara Swamigal, a descendant of the Sangam age poets, during the 17th century. Our quest for games began in the pillared hall outside the temple. Sadly, a cement parapet wall has been built on the sides of the hall. The parapet covers a significant portion of the game boards inscribed on the floor of the hall. There are 4 game boards there, 3 of them conveniently located near pillars so one can lean and play a leisurely game. 2 of them are Adupuliyatam, and the third is Dayakattam, the traditional dice game played on a symmetric cross. On a slightly raised platform in the middle of the hall is another Adupuliyatam etched on it. Embellished with numerous beautiful sculptures, the pillared hall was to us on a quest of games a sign of things to come. We found numerous games in the temple. There were several boards of Adupuliyatam right from the entrance doorway of the temple. At one doorway there were 2 boards of Adupuliyatam, one on each side. To the left of the entrance was yet another well-engraved Adupuliyatam and a Nalu Kattadayam or Ashtachemma. As we wandered through the temple, we found numerous other boards of Adupuliyatam and Nalu Kattadayam. While many of these were clear, others were rather blurred and it was hard to see the complete engraving. One Adupuliyatam, interestingly, had a person's name engraved over it. C. Uttaman will forever go down in history as the man who engraved his name over a board of Adupuliyatam. Another very interesting engraving on the floor was on an almost orange stone slab, which was evidently placed there during later renovations going by the color of the neighboring slabs. 2 boards of Adupuliyatam were engraved back to back within a few inches of each other. It's interesting that 2 boards were engraved so close to each other on the same slab. Perhaps the most exciting find was 2 game boards behind the Devayani shrine. One was a triangular board which resembled Adupuliyatam, but of a version we had not documented before. But it was the second board that was more exciting. It was a very faint 4x4 grid of squares that we were just able to see when we looked at it from all angles. It left us puzzled as this is a grid and we have never seen anywhere else. We left the Tirupporur Murugan temple with a feeling of satisfaction of having documented the games, but puzzled over the 4x4 board. Interestingly, a few weeks later, we visited the recently excavated Murugan shrine at Saluvan Kuppam near Mahabalipuram. The Saluvan Kuppam Murugan shrine was excavated in 2005 after the tsunami and revealed certain inscriptions indicating the presence of a temple. Excavations revealed that an 8th century stone temple was constructed over the remains of an older brick temple that probably belonged to the Sangam age, which dates back to the 6th century BC. While the excavation and history were fascinating, what interested us was 2 stone slabs at what was perhaps the entrance of the temple. The slab to the right of the entrance had an engraving of Dadi, a 3-in-a-row game of alignment. On the stone slab to the left of the entrance was a 4x4 grid resembling the one we found behind the Devayani shrine of the Tirupporur Murugan temple. The coincidence of seeing this grid again, so unusual in form and so rare to find, was very, very puzzling to us. Was it a game? Probably yes, as the game of Dadi in this temple and the version of Adupuliyatam at Tirupporur are found nearby and easily recognizable as games. But what game is it? At first look, it seems unlikely that it is a dice game. and could perhaps belong to the family of games of alignment. 3 in a row games were popular. We have evidence of 4 in a row game. Could this be a 5 in a row game? We will never know the answers, but we can speculate. What was the connection between these two temples? A talk I attended a few weeks later revealed that there were trade relations between Mahabalipuram and Tirupuru. As Saluvan Kuppam is a short distance away from Mahabalipuram, I wonder if the game was exchanged along the trade route with other goods. What is also exciting about Saluvan Kuppam is the fact that this temple was unearthed after many years, and the games were probably engraved back then. This could give us some understanding of the age of the games. It is impossible to date the engravings of games on temple floors. A find such as this is exciting for us because it will give us some answers about the age of the games. We may have no proof, but the more we know about our games, the more we can find answers to our questions. Join us on our quest to find more about the traditional games of India.
அமலை பூரண கலார